Has anyone ever asked you the hypothetical question, if you were stranded on a desert island and you could only have one item with you, what one item would you take? Maybe you have an answer, maybe you don't, but let me change the question just slightly. If you were out in the wilderness with the Israelites, far away from anything familiar, far away from anything that made you feel comfortable, and you could only have one thing go with you, what one thing would that be? Moses had an answer. In Exodus 33, he said, God, if your presence does not go with us, it's not even worth going. And do you know what kind of person would say that? Somebody would say, I need God with me, the one thing I need. I need God with me because otherwise it's not going to work. The only person who would say something like that is somebody who had gotten to the end of a day and realized he didn't do everything as well as he wanted. He let himself down, or others. He looked back at himself and felt disappointed. I'm not going to ask you if you feel that way, because I know you do. It's impossible not to. When you are in a new situation, with new challenges, new expectations, new responsibilities, some of which you've done before, most of which you haven't, learning new ways to operate, new places to get your resources, new ways to interact with people, learning all these different new things, I'm guessing you have not gotten to the end of every day and said to yourself, I am doing really well. None of us have. And some days we can laugh it off. But some days we can't. Some days we get to the end of the day and we look in the mirror and we look at ourselves and we feel just broken about how we've disappointed someone or let them down. And that hurts. Which is why the answer that God gave to Moses when he said, God, the one thing that I need with me is you. Which is why that answer is so beautiful. God looked at Moses and he said, Moses, I will do exactly as you asked. And then he even told him why. He said, Moses, because remember, I know you by name, which we've heard before multiple times. God knows your name. He knows your needs. But then the second thing he said was, because Moses, I am pleased with you. I'm happy with you. And how do you think that felt? To hear not just someone, but God himself say to Moses, you're doing well. As good as it can feel when God says it to you, because he does. He's pleased with you. You're doing well. That is the absolute reality of what Jesus has done for you. It is the only way God looks at you now. He is perfectly pleased with you, as pleased as he would be as if he looked at the life of Jesus himself. I mean, tonight, as God is thinking about, while you are sleeping, as God is thinking about how he's going to meet your needs tomorrow, and as he's thinking about the plans that he is responsible for carrying out as he leads you into the future and makes sure that nothing rips you away from him, he's going to treat you as somebody that he is perfectly pleased with. Whatever you did or didn't do today, whoever you did or didn't disappoint, whatever did or didn't happen, God is pleased with you. You're doing well. So rest well tonight, my friends. Your Heavenly Father is smiling at you. He's pleased with you, and his presence goes with you.